In these unprecedented times of COVID 19 and government ordered lockdowns, one question which everybody seems to be asking is whether they can avoid their contractual obligations by invoking force majeure. Hi, my name is Majeure, and in this video, I'm going to share with you the 5 most basic things which you need to consider while invoking force majeure. The first and the most basic is whether the concerned agreement has a force majeure provision. Force majeure, after all, is a contractual risk allocation mechanism. It does not have any existence dehost the provisions of the contract. Yes, if you wish to avoid the contract altogether, you may claim impossibility or frustration, but that is quite different from force majeure. Second, if the contract does have a force majeure provision, whether governmental regulations or epidemics fall within the definition of the force majeure event. Third, and this is the most overlooked, whether there is a causal link between the force majeure event and the impediment in performing your obligations. In the present context, is it still possible for you to perform your obligations despite the lockdown? To give you an example, suppose I had a contractual obligation to make this video. Now, my tripod and my mic are in the office, and I obviously can't go to office to fetch them. But I'm still able to make this video. Therefore, I'll not be excused of performance. Fourth, what is the procedure for invoking the force majeure provision? Many contracts, in fact most contracts, require you to notify the other party of the occurrence of the force majeure event within a certain number of days. The Indian courts have held that such provisions or any preconditions to invoking force majeure are mandatory provisions and have to be complied with. And finally, what sort of obligations can you avoid by invoking the force majeure clause? For instance, in the case of a lease deed, unless the lease deed specifically provides that you can stop paying rent in case of force majeure, the lessee cannot claim that he is not liable to pay rent. To sum up, whenever you are trying to invoke a force majeure clause the next time, scrutinize the provisions of the agreement carefully and determine the causal link between the force majeure event and the obligations which you are trying to avoid. Bye for now, stay home, stay safe.